So that was all the replays from SurfNC. Thank you very much for sending them in, my man. I always like seeing replays from other players. I feel like I can actually say more about them than my own. So for the 4 replays I'm going to bring you from me this week is mostly going to be... Well, the first one, of course, is going to be a Roma replay because it seems to be the stream tradition at this point. Where I go, Roma is a good tank. And this is on 2 brothers, just like the other one. Yep, so right here I'm playing with Mr. Boshekk and his Cossack, and I'm also playing with Surf in his Massachusetts. So this will be good. Surf has the secondaries, I have the tanking power, we both go up. Boshekk has a Cossack. Cossack is really hard to detect, so he goes up, tries to take the cap, and if anything tries to contest him, we blow him to hell. It's a good setup. Let's see if it works.
General quarters.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Alright, so immediately we have a Bismarck and Tirpitz, which I'm fine with because I can tank the secondaries on them really well. And there's an Henri. The Henri can be a problem just because it has heavy cruiser guns, and I can't really shatter those. There we go, there's the Ugamo. I'm gonna try and get some shots onto him before we can actually cause problems. There we go, see? 3 overpins and it takes probably a good half of his health, so that's good. Forces him to play more carefully and makes it so he can't contest the cap, which we have. There's a Worcester. He's going to hide behind the island and HE spam, but I'm fine with that because I'm going to be able to shatter most of the shells anyway. There we go, Tirpitz is back, but he's also a lot closer. I was waiting for the Ugamo to show back up. Actually, I was actually telling Boshekk to go up to try and find him so I can shoot him. You know, Hydro and the Cossack is kind of small, but if he gets close enough, then we'll be able to shoot him. But unfortunately, Boshekk gets seen, and he can't really go through with it. Not fair, the HE had load for the Ugamo, but sadly I don't get anything. And now the Henri starts spamming me, which is unfortunate, but he's really the only one that can do anything, so I'm not super worried about it. I am worried about the Ugamo, though. I really don't like Torps. So there we go, see? As you can see, the only real damage it took was fire damage. It's why all of it can be repaired. And that's what I mean by saying that, yeah, it's really hard to actually get consistent shell damage on the Roma. Now those battleships aren't actually pushing in, and they do have destroyer disadvantage. And the problem with the Worcester is that the Worcester kind of needs that position in order to actually do anything to us, so they can't really push up with him being there to cover them, because as soon as it comes out, we're just going to murder him. So as you can see, he's getting a couple fires, but the actual raw damage of his shells aren't doing very much. There we go. Luckily, the Hindenburg finally kills him, and now we can push up a little better. Now they're being forced back to spawn, which I'm perfectly fine with. We're pushing through. You can hear Surf's secondaries going nuts. So that's good. We're pushing up together. I'm taking the brunt of the damage, and he's close enough to use the secondaries. It's a pretty good combo. But sadly, they're also doing that on the other side of the map to our team, too. There we go. Else can't have a bad hit. And the Tirpitz pulls out, so only it shatters or bounces around. And as you can see, the Henri is able to do consistent damage. It's not... Well, it's kind of bad, but it's not terrible. Go fire at the aft of his boat, because I'm sure when he sees my guns flash, he's going to start going forward again, and see, that is what he's doing. Luckily I got a full pin. The try and hit the superstructure just because he's turning out, and if I try and shoot his hole, it's going to bounce. You know, the Henri is trying to run away, but he only has so far he can run. As you can see, the map border is coming up because this is a tier 6 to 8 map, and it's in a tier 10 game, so he's rapidly going to run out of room to run from, and Henri is a kiter. It works best when it's kiting, and if you can't kite with it, then it's really not that effective. Yeah, so I'm just pushing up. As we can see from our battleship over here, there's nothing really here to shoot over at me, so I don't need to angle against it. So I'm just going to angle against these guys and just push up. They can't stop me. And eventually the Henri is either going to turn or he's going to grind against the wall so much that I'll catch up to him, and then I'll be able to just kill him with the sheer penetration. Yep, see? You're running out of room, Henri. What are you going to do? What I'll always do is he's going to torque me. Which is unfortunate, but whatever. His torps take a while to reload, and by the time he gets it back, we'll probably have killed him just through sheer fire. Yep, see? He's at the map edge now. So now he can't retreat from me anymore. He has to turn around and face me. Yep, see? There we go. He wasn't able to angle anymore, and it let me get enough pins on him to kill him. So now I turn and start pursuing the Bismarck. There we go. We try and heal up some of that torp damage. And we're just going to try and get as many shells on him as possible. There we go, 3 hits. We take out one of his turrets, sadly, though, and it doesn't actually contribute to hit points. There we go, the Yugamo kills the Sashio down south. So, we're starting to turn around that fight pretty well. Not sure what that cruiser is doing, trying to come in the middle. I'd stay over there and try and help our DD. As you can see from the secondary, some of them are hitting my superstructure, but the majority of them are just shattering on my hull. So this is why I kind of not really consider the Roma a counter to German secondaries, but it can deal with it better than the majority of ships in the game. Hit my thumb right there, that wasn't nice. And as you can see, we're getting into the same situation with the Henri. Right now he's going to be either forced to turn out and give me broadside, or he's just going to run up against the map border until we get around to flank him. Now I'm giving him much too much broadside right now, but he just saw Boshekk. So he's probably really turning guns that way to try and get shots on him. So yes, it's far too much broadside. I shouldn't be doing this. But see, he's trying to shoot the DD. And there we go, Boshekk burns him down, and now we just have the Montana over there. Montana can be kind of nasty if it manages to actually... And it doesn't really matter though, because we win on points.